We're live. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, make sure everybody can hear me, hear her. Um it's a fun Sunday. It's a fun time to
Sun,
just right? Sunday fun day
Sunday,
to
Sunday.
to catch up what's going on around us. That's very important
Yeah.
so that
Oh, yeah.
nobody breaks it down quite like Savage. So we've got it. We have business to attend to, and we're definitely doing the Lord's work.
Heck, here we are. We're spreading the word all around the nation.
Exactly. Let me send the link so she can watch, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
So something happened that we called, right? We knew it was going to
Yeah,
happen.
we really called it. We did.
We said she's going to go get some raggedy pictures with her grandkids that
Mm-hmm.
she's taking the selfies herself. She looks like she ain't slept in a week and a half, and she still needs to wash her hair.
I know that's right.
So,
I
like I
did see
said
a
on
little
Twitter
grease
earlier,
there.
exactly. I said earlier, I can't fault someone for reconnecting with their grandkids. I mean, who's going to fight that? At least she got to see them. But I tell you what, them grandkids didn't look
Oh,
happy.
she
What
did
they
have
didn't?
to save face because we called her out. We've
Yeah,
been calling her out on her damn mothering and
yeah.
grandmothering skills. You abandoned them, but now you want to go take some few photos on a
Hey y'all.
Sunday and post them
Ex-
everywhere like you just been tracking back and forth, making that commute back and forth to
Yeah.
see them weekly, right? Y'all
Hmm.
know that we're going to write down the date, like like somebody else over there does. Let's get a calendar out. Let's write down
We
today's
need.
date. She went and
Okay, I
saw
got
her
it.
youngins.
Okay, so we've got the 13th. We have pretended to be grandmother. Okay. And you snatched those
Uh-huh.
kids up for pictures and they looked miserable. They looked like they did not want to be well, the baby's too young. But the other two were
Yeah.
looking at you like, who the hell are you? Come on, Samantha. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I know when Savage holds Scoot Scoot, she is in heaven. She is in heaven in her
Heck
grandma's
yeah.
arms. She is loved.
Yeah.
She
Hey,
knows who she
Shannon.
is.
Hey, everybody.
She's cared for. I know we jumped in and I didn't even say hi to nobody. Um,
The gang's
yes,
all here.
yes, NNC and
Shannon.
she, oh Lord, she wants
She
to show
cracks me up.
around. She wants to show around, throw around the word trashy. She called Arabia or somebody trashy. It might have been. I don't know who it was. Maybe it was me. I think it was me. I don't know what
Well,
trashy means.
I don't
Go
trashy.
ahead.
I don't think you're trashy because you're not sleeping with the weed man
Well, and another thing
or
is like
dimebacks. That's
nickel
trashy.
for
That's
nickel for a
trashy.
nick. That's what I'm saying. In Texas, we call trashy when you pop smoke and leave your house behind and rent and leave your son in there to deal with the out thing, and then
Yeah.
you go squat in a friend's house for a little while till she kicks your ass out. Then you end up in an apartment that you ain't going to keep for longer than a month because you can't pay the rent. And then you thought you were
Uh-huh.
going to move in with your girlfriend, but you're not because you found out there's probably going to be police knocking on the door serving stuff to her and you and everybody else because you are one of the known locations she may be at. So your address is on the list of places because she don't open the door. So here's the problem. If you don't open the
Yeah.
door, the police go to other places and it just might be your girlfriend. Keep that in mind.
Oh,
Now,
wonder how Timothy's gonna feel about that, honey.
he might,
What he's gonna think about the popo rolling up.
he's going to wonder why they're banging on his door to serve
Yeah.
something to his wife's girlfriend. Now you tell me how stupid that is. You used to call me Trisha's husband's girlfriend. Let me tell you something, Sam. I got a term for you. Timothy's wife's girlfriend. How does that sound?
There you go. There you go.
Everybody type that in the chat. TWG. That's Timothy's wife's
TWG.
girlfriend. That is who she is.
Mm-hmm.
TWG. So, anyway, we kind of opened with a bang, but that's the way that is. And um, we said she was going to put those raggedy pictures up, and she sure the
We
hell
did.
did.
We
Mm-hmm.
called it what? What was it? 2 days ago? 3 days
Yes, I
ago? We
said,
called it.
yep, yep. Where's your kids? And how come Yaba wasn't there? How come Yaba? You had her in that dog
Yeah.
photo with you. Well, why is she not
Oh
in the
yeah.
family picture? What's up with that?
Exactly. Why not?
She don't want to
So
meet
she'll
your
take
lesbian
probably
too.
not. Cause they probably gonna be like, who's this crackerhead coming this way?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's my bad. But this is hilarious. I got to put this up there. So probably is.
Yeah.
Probably is. So that was, and then she wants to go and put, like you said, a timeline and say that I said she would be going there and I'm stalking her. Bitch, you wish I was stalking you. I don't care anything. I want you to go away. That's what I want you to do.
We were just calling it as we see, you know, given your past behaviors, we knew you would do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you've been called out to the carpet.
You're predictable. Yeah, you're predictable, Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
Your playbook is played out. Go get a new one. Savage is always up in her skills in the fuckery. She's always up. She's taking community classes and all kinds of stuff to keep up with what's going on and keep her edge. Right?
I'm the number one people right now.
Yeah. She's doing online courses, doing online courses, writing dissertations.
I'm a degree, Mandy.
That's what I'm saying. She's going to get her doctorate. And then you got her. She's behind the times. She's reading a textbook and everybody else has MacBooks. Yep. That's what I'm saying.
It's like all the other ones over there. It's the textbook. You know, you still doing your old games. You're trying to do your old moves to a new game.
Right.
Not going to work.
It's not going to work. This is what I'm saying. If you've got to put money on the books of 2 or more of your children, you're trashy. You know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I know the way that it is. So you look strung out. And that one picture with the little beautiful Celeste, you look strung out, my friend.
What's wrong with you, girl? You're not sleeping at night. You worrying?
Well, she might be giving up that weed.
Are you worrying?
Her girlfriend don't want her to smoke all that weed, I bet. I bet she's trying to cut down. And now that she's not high all the time, she's realizing what a mess she's made for her to have to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's got to keep
I thought but two cookies smoked.
I don't know. It was told to me that Bucktooth Corky also provided some of the devil's lettuce to our dear Samantha at one time. Now, whether she knew that she banged the weed man, I don't know about that. She might have, she might not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, whatever. You have to. But this is the thing, Savage. She didn't even bang the weed man for weed. She banged him for fun. That's even worse.
Oh, shit.
She paid for the weed and still gave him some. That lets me know that you were horny and that you needed to be satisfied.
She must have done that for credit from the next one.
You're exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't even for weed. We couldn't fault her if she needed to get her fix, and that, that's how she did it. But she did it because she was straight up horny, dirty hoe. Elvis Travels is suing.
Yeah, okay, Carlos.
He is. That's what. That is what Elvis said. God. He's suing us all. I said, okay, well, oh my God, he's a hot mess.
Oh well, I'll wait for the papers like I've been waiting.
We're always waiting for him because we were supposed to get him last week and we never got anything. I mean, I've been waiting, looking for the postman. I'm like the grandma waiting for her cross-stitching kit, looking out the window. Right? Yeah, I just don't get it. So that's what about those screenshots. That's about what that is. Noticeably missing was, and she had to take them herself. They were selfies and they weren't good selfies. You couldn't get your kids to take a picture of you and your youngins together. Your grandkids. You couldn't get them to take that picture. How about this? Did they know you were taking that picture? Because I doubt you, Taryn would have let you do that bullshit for YouTube. I know enough about Taryn to know she wouldn't want a picture of her and your baby on YouTube. I do know that. Or on Twitter, sorry. You know what I mean?
Don't go for the jugular. I'm not John Wilkes Booth. I promise. I won't do it today. I'm not in that mindset for some reason. I just want to be funny and laugh tonight for some reason.
That's kind of how it is. That's why it's like this is kind of a soft dragging. It's like just kind of
pretty much.
But as far as stalking, saying I knew you went to South.
Who knows? As the night goes on, who knows? Y'all know me. Somehow come here acting stupid.
Well, I totally agree. And Savage, that's when you're at your best, when people act stupid. Savage taps into that education. She's on the cutting edge. That's when she taps into that new education, when the fuckery gets really bad. She knows. Y'all don't know what new cutting edge stuff she has. And I'm just like the little, I'm the apprentice trying to figure it out.
Yes, Lord. Because everything's always changing around here, you know.
Talking about, and then
the ties get turned quite quickly around here.
Friendships and alliances realign, but the good ones stick around.
Oh yeah,
the good ones are solid, and that's the way it is. Now, she wanted to talk about the fact that I knew that she went to South Bend, and that said this, and that showed someone talked to someone, and someone did this. Look, I told you, and I'm going to tell you again, girl. I'm not going to keep bringing up that girl. We did not reach out to her. There was communication, but we didn't reach out to her. So stop. There was enough to know that you're a liar.
Yeah.
And basic things like that. But we are not going to do like you and use that boy and that woman for pity, for views, for nothing. So stop. YouTube algorithm computer. You got it. How have you been, Savage? I didn't mean to take all the table. What's going on?
I'm good. I've been good. Yeah. I had a good weekend. Hope you did.
I did. It seemed like you did. Probably weather was nice, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It rained the other day.
You better take you a White Claw. What's going on here?
I know. Well, girl. I mean, I feel like I've been on stream after stream.
Everybody,
you know what I mean?
Man, yesterday when we both popped on and Pirate, you know what I mean?
Oh God!
Oh, I did see that. Yeah,
Hog
had McCreepy on. What was that about?
Mm-hmm.
What was that about?
I don't know.
She likes it.
All I gathered from it was well, I've heard he's a animal abuser and all that, right? He's a piece of shit dude, right?
He absolutely is, and I wonder if she knows that he has his as per usual in this community, his criminal record was doxxed, and it was animal torturing. And he's a deviant. I don't know. Y'all need to let him take care of his mental health, like you say I need to, and be done with it.
Yeah, exactly.
He is under the guardianship of his father. Which is fine. You know, he needs to be. He's mentally ill. But what he doesn't need is someone fucking with his head like Hoghead.
Oh yeah, right? She's just doing it because he threw her a little attention. That's all. She's got to get attention from anybody that would throw it at her at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's why she done that shit.
I never thought I'd see the day
when desperate.
And it wasn't even members only. It was like, it was legit, just like her channel. But whatever. I mean, hold on, let me make this go down. That was another piece. I'm about to add Arabia, and I see her backstage. Okay. That was the weekend's news. That was Savage on scene for Stank News. I'm carrying it right now.
There you go. Yeah, I was on scene. I've been everywhere this weekend.
The studio was being repainted, so we did it here. There she is. Look at her. Well, hello, Arabia.
Hey, y'all.
Hello, Arabia.
Hey, live.
Oh, God.
We're live.
Every time she gets up here, I get a little nervous. I'm like, oh, shit, what is she going to say now? What are we going to find out now?
Arabia's the kind of friend you don't want to talk.
I was listening about somebody's criminal record, and it reminded me of, the few little people in the Boys and Girls Club that like to call me YouTube's favorite criminal. So I just want to jump on and talk crime and punishment for a minute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were YouTube's criminal.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's gonna break it
made
down.
It now. You got a nickname.
Right.
She also, I think, got called trashy, and I mean, like I said, state to state, the term may differ, but I don't know. That doesn't seem trashy to me. It seems she's the one that does a lot of the trashy stuff.
Yeah.
Trashy is lying about being a victim of fucking domestic violence.
Yes.
Right.
Trashy.
And
Trashy is wanting somebody in jail because you're such a liar that the truth ain't nowhere in you, and you can't take accountability for your own wrongdoing. That's what's trashy.
That's right.
Yep.
Trying to think that somebody's gonna catch a felony for fucking live streaming on the goddamn internet. That's trashy.
For hurting the little feelers. Don't hurt the feelers. The feelers.
But
they really hurt. I know that.
So, my phone died last night, and we didn't quite get into all of this. But let's talk about me being a criminal for a minute, okay? Let's just talk crime and punishment. So everybody knows most of my criminal record has been doxed. My mugshot's been doxed. My address has been doxed. My phone number, my birth date. I think everything except my social security number and my fucking blood type has been out there.
Oh, it's AB positive. I know. She put it out there. It's AB positive. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
But okay, criminal records. Yes, I went to prison. I did. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, folks.
Wow.
I had a 5-year and 7-month sentence. Huh?
I didn't say anything. It just bumped the phone. Sorry.
Oh. I had a 5-year and 7-month sentence. I served almost 4 years, and I got out on what is called shock parole in the state of Kentucky. What I went to prison for ain't so important. But let's just say I had a bunch of serious felonies. And the last time I went to jail, the state decided to put what they call a persistent felony offender, a PFO, on me. And that kind of sealed my fate with the penitentiary.
Right.
That prison record, yes, it's under the name Arabia Lacaze. Some people still aren't clear why I have 2 names. Okay, I have a birth name, and then I was adopted as a teenager, and that's how I got the name Billy. Billy Fulton is the name that I got when I was adopted as a teenager. Arabia Lacaze is the name I was born with. So
I like it.
My prison record is under the name Arabia Lacaze. I've only gotten a record in 2 states, and we're going to talk about what's on those records. And, we're going to mention the fact that somebody else's criminal record is actually more recent than mine.
Ooh. Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what YouTube's favorite criminal does, is clarify shit. So
Damn.
So I got out of prison.
Oh, Lord.
I think the other night we touched on the fact that I had a child while I was in prison. That was the ever Miss Lovely Serena Lachey. We all know that we have our ups and downs. But I got out of the penitentiary, and I never, ever, ever was placed in handcuffs again until I was arrested on the warrant that I had that was 5 years old back in July of this year. So I went, 16, 17 years without ever being arrested again. And then I had the fight with the girl that fell off the balcony, and, the story, ended up with a warrant, got arrested at the military base, called the federal police, and all that was dismissed. It's like I said it was going to be, because I never stole the fucking car. But anyway, so from the time I got out of the penitentiary until July of this year, I have not been placed in handcuffs at all. My record in Kentucky was expunged. It took about 1.5 years to get my record expunged. So when you pull up my criminal history, there is nothing that shows underneath that record because it's been expunged. The entire record was expunged. I didn't have any misdemeanors on there, so there's no record showing at all. If you look me up in the Kentucky Department of Corrections, I may still show up. I should not show up because when you get a record expunged, everything related to that record is also supposed to be sealed and basically just disappear. But somebody did tell me that they found me in Kentucky Department of Corrections just recently. I may be in there. I don't know because I don't Google myself. But so that is the only record in the state of Kentucky that exists under Arabia LaCaze. Under Billy Fulton, I have a theft by deception where I wrote a bad check, and I have an old charge of spouse abuse, ironically.
Arabia.
But I've never been married, so.
Arabia, I heard that she wrote a bad check to a movie. She actually came out of her own mouth. A bad check to a moving company when she moved to Texas, and it bounced and it was expensive, and she wrote it on purpose to get moved.
I can't. I honestly, I don't know, because at the time that I did not communicate with her until like she got ready to leave Texas. It had been a few years since I had communicated with her, so I'm not real sure.
Okay.
I'm not real sure about it.
Fair enough.
But under my record in Kentucky on Billy Fulton, there is a theft by deception, and well, you know what? The spouse abuse got dropped. But theft by deception, and that is probably 9 or 10 years old.
Okay.
And Indiana. Everybody knows I've lived in Indiana. Every single charge of mine in Indiana, and this is public record, it can be looked up, is all traffic related. Driving while suspended, running a red light, disregarding, a traffic signal stop. It's all traffic related shit. I've never been arrested in the state of Indiana. The 2 times in my entire life that I have been arrested in my adult life was a week after I turned 18 years old. And I think I told you all that story from before I left Florida. I was walking down the street with an open container. I was too young to be drinking. I got arrested for that. I've been arrested a few times in Kentucky. That's tired of letting me out of jail, so they sent me to prison. But that was a better part of 20 years ago. All that has been expunged. So again, from the time I got out of the penitentiary, almost 20 years ago or so, I have never been placed in handcuffs again until just recently, this July, when I got arrested on the old warrant that someone took on me.
Yep.
That got dismissed, just like I said it was going to be dismissed. So I have never, ever been arrested over in the state of Indiana at all. Never. My whole criminal record over there is nothing but traffic related offenses. And hold on, y'all, dropped my phone. Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Oh, she bounced off. She must have accidentally pressed and disconnected herself. I'll put her back on. I put in the chat, lock and load, hookers, lock and load. Push your squirt guns up. Put them up.
Put your squirt guns up, people. Wave them in the air like you just don't care.
I love it. Hey, Arabia. I love it. I love love.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I dropped my phone. But anyway, yes. So I have never, ever been arrested at all in the state of Indiana. My entire criminal record, all my arrests, where I went to prison, that was all here in Kentucky. Okay. Bad checks in the state of Kentucky. One time, spouse abuse. The spouse abuse was actually way before I went to the penitentiary. And I don't even know where the fuck that came from, because I've never been married. But that's it. There's your big criminal. There's your big, I mean, if you listen to other people, you think I was out here committing bank heists and shit. No. No bank heist.
I'm convinced.
No carjacking anybody. No robbing motherfuckers at gunpoint. No, none of that. No, none of that.
I'm convinced that she has only Twitter left right now to rant and rave, because she'll talk to anybody, including people who don't talk to her. I think it's her only platform right now. That's it.
Yep.
I
wonder why.
Well, I don't know. I don't follow her around. I don't follow anybody else around.
No, she follows us around like
she
a damn lapdog.
everywhere. Says I'm a stalker. Lord, girl, I can't go anywhere without you.
Hell no.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to catch a felony tonight for going live.
Oh yeah.
She's
pew,
gonna
pew, pew. There you go. Them guns up. Pew, pew,
she's
pew.
gonna say she'll say it's an international incident, and she will be held
right. I mean, to let her tell it, I'm going to be wanted all over the fucking world by the time this is done.
For nothing. For absolutely nothing.
You can sit in the cell next to everybody else that they don't go to Guantanamo Bay or whatever.
She gonna be on America's Most Wanted.
Somebody else DM'd me and asked me, how did I go through a law program being a convicted felon? Well, two ways. One, my criminal record was expunged. But for two, I didn't get FAFSA when I got my double major. Mm-hmm. My grandfather died, who was an orthopedic surgeon, and left some money for me. And so I didn't get FAFSA when I initially first went to school.
I bet Telfer came sniffing around when you got some money, didn't she? Like a bloodhound.
Probably.
Actually, no. Let me break that friendship down. Okay, we were in boot camp as teenagers. Might have been 14. I don't know. We were in boot camp together as teenagers. She left boot camp before I left boot camp because I didn't know how to act. I didn't act right. So I ended up getting kicked out of boot camp for being pregnant. Because, I went home and did some things I shouldn't have been doing. And that was literally the only way you could leave boot camp, is to be kicked out or to graduate the program. I was determined I was not staying. I was not graduating. I hated that fucking place. And the only way literally that you could get out of it was to kill somebody in there or to get pregnant. And so I got pregnant. Samantha left boot camp. I got pregnant. I left boot camp. Okay.
How old were y'all at that time? Was there an age difference between the two of you?
No, we're actually very close in age. I just turned 44 on September 7th, and she turns 44 in October next month.
Okay, cool.
So no, there's not a big difference between us. But I ended up getting pregnant. I want to say we were closer to like 15, 16. That's what I want to say. But I don't know. She always says 14, and I've just always kind of run with it. She left boot camp first, and I think I told you guys the story of how I met her biological mother. Her biological mother, who lived in the state of Indiana, is how she ended up in Indiana when she left boot camp, because we are both from Southern Florida. She left boot camp. She came to Indiana. I left boot camp, and I don't even remember where I went when I left boot camp, to be honest. I really don't. But years and years and years went by, because I had already had my oldest baby. I had the surrogate baby, and I was pregnant with Sienna when I actually looked her up and contacted her. So it was nothing. Y'all weren't like friends. And you know what? We were older. We had to be, because Sienna is only 22 years old.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like the age difference of some of the things that she says and how old she are just doesn't make sense.
We definitely have known each other since 14 or 15. But I'm trying to pinpoint like the exact time in our adult lives that we actually became friends outside boot camp. Sienna's 22. So let's say 22 years ago. I contacted her. A friend of mine was staying with me. I think I was in Boulder, Colorado at that time, because Sienna was born in Boulder, Colorado, because me and a friend of mine went on a quest up there.
It was like a berry hunt.
So But I had contacted her, and I still remember to this day when we had the conversation. I was eating a bowl of oatmeal and some fucking butter toast when we were talking on the phone, and I was pregnant. I was pregnant with Sienna. So so at least 22 years or so is what we've actually been in contact in our actual adult lives after boot camp. I don't think I seen Samantha until let me see. The first time I went to go visit Samantha was my baby. Shamir was like a year old.
And what was that? Were y'all, when you got to see her, was she nice? Were you close? Were you, or just acquaintance
Well,
friends?
that's what I'm trying to explain. So go back 22 years when we actually got in contact over the phone. Our friendship was like just over the phone and social media for many, many, many years.
Wow.
I did not actually see Samantha as an adult until my 6-year-old was like a year old. Okay. That is the very first time I went to South Bend to actually see her. And that's the time that I went ahead and enrolled for that last semester of getting that legal studies degree, which you have my transcripts and you can post them. You can actually.
I've got them right here.
That is the first time in all those years that we actually seen each other as adults. So I'm not sure where the story came from that we raised our children together. We did not. There are, I think Samantha has met, Samantha's met all of my kids, but Samantha's kids only know Serena and Sienna and Shamir.
Right. So it wasn't that close.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know where all of this started as far as like, you know, us being best friends for 30 years. I never even laid eyes on the woman again since boot camp until like 5 years ago.
I'll tell you something, like, you're spot on about, like, she'll make a huge friendship where there is none. She had people thinking that we were like best friends for life. We were soulmates. And like,
I will say that because I knew her that long, I never in 1,000 years would have imagined that, you know, things would have happened as they are happening now between her and I. But we did not raise our children together. I never laid eyes on that woman in her entire adult life until about 5 years ago. Right. Most of our friendship has been over the phone and social media. And that's why I said last night, you know, there's a block of many years between these 30 years where there was no communication at all. So, I don't know
where that came from. Why she wanted people to think y'all were diehard friends is because she wanted to villainize you in it and say she turned on a friendship that was sacred, when in reality you just ended something that was toxic. That's what that was about.
And you know, I mean, people can feel how they want to feel about what I did. If you're going to be somebody who doesn't like me, you know, and you're using that for a reason not to, I mean, at least you have a reason, you know, I'll take that. But to actually get on here and call me a liar about things that I have said about myself, about what my experience was through a friendship, about the things that I know, that, you know, I mean, you're a fucking idiot, because 99% of the things I've said, I've shown proof. So you're an idiot just to carry around some type of disdain for someone, and that goes to further show all of these people who have a dislike for me because I turned on a 30-year friend. there was not a 30-year friendship there. This is someone I knew for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to look at. Okay.
I am probably the only person in her life that she still has contact with from 30 years ago. She's not the only person in my life that I still have contact with from back then. I have friends
everybody
that I went to elementary school with that I still talk to on the phone to this day.
Mm-hmm.
There's my 5,000 Facebook friends that I have. I would say 80% of them are people I know in real life. And those people are friends that I went to school with, that I graduated school with, friends that I made when I first came to the state of Kentucky as a 17, 18-year-old. I mean, like, I don't have a problem at all with long-term friendships. She's not the only person in my life that I still communicate with and consider friends from way even before her. So maybe that's why somebody else felt more of some type of way about all this than I did. But I don't think that I shit on a 30-year friendship. I think out of the 5 years that we've actually been in contact as adults, where we've traveled back and forth to see one another, I think that there's things that I've, grown to learn about a person that no longer serves a place in my life.
Right.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, I don't either. The problem is when you tell her you're going to walk away from the friendship, or you want to end the friendship or whatever, that is not okay with her. That's when she turns into a psycho.
Single white female bitch.
To be exactly, and to be totally fair, when she and I would make up for periods of time, I would barely hear from her. I would get a few texts here and there and whatever, but so it's like she just wants to know that people are on her side or are their friends. It's not like she cultivates the friendship.
Well,
are you frozen?
Like I said,
there she goes.
As long as I've known her,
there she is. You're back.
As long as I've known her, even to this day, I still only hear her talk about just the one friend she's ever had, and that was Julian's mother. I'm not saying she don't know other people. I'm not saying other people don't know her, but I'm talking like friendships.
Right. Right.
I don't know of another friend besides myself and Jessica that she's had in her adult. I personally do not know of anybody else. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said last night, I asked her to leave my home. I gave her plenty of indication that her staying with me was not going to work. Once I realized that she wasn't going back home, that she couldn't go back home. And, it just kind of went from there. She acted like my son and myself were in her way in our own house.
Damn.
She did. That's what she said.
There was so much chaos. There was so much chaos every minute that she was there. And it was just, and when it wasn't chaos, it was my neighbors texting and complaining because she was so loud on the phone. She would go sit outside in her car and she would scream and yell at the top of her lungs.
Damn.
And it's just like,
here's the thing. We're going to also in a second talk about your channel, but here's the thing. In a hypothetical social posting, and we'll say it, whatever, it was said, it broke down everything that was said concerning the other woman that we had talked about that lost her son. And she goes through an entire thing, a soliloquy, and at the end she said, that shit hurt. Let me ask you something. Not you. This is like a return. Let me ask. I'm out into the heavens. Why do you think we care if that shit hurt after everything you've done to us? We did not use her. We didn't use her. We didn't whatever. We had a perfectly rational conversation. But do you think anyone thinks, and I'm
Gives a
asking,
fuck.
I'm saying
No.
that it hurt. No one does. And the fact that you put that, like, that shit hurt, like, your people may give a shit, and they probably don't, truth be told. But do you think for a second, you have no boundaries? You've called our families, you've doxed them, you've emailed our children. Do you think we care that you have a problem with the fact that we talked to Jessica? Pissed right off. Turns out he's exactly right. She just confirmed that what we already knew, which is you're a worthless piece of shit as a friend and a person.
And that's another thing. That's another thing. There's a lot more that I could expound on that I just, choose not to. There was a lot more I could have said the first time I was on a panel that I chose not to say. I have always known that she didn't raise that kid. I have always known that she was exaggerating the relationship and bond with that child. I'm not the one who mentioned that.
Right. You're not.
I was told that somebody stumbled across the post where they commented and then, claiming to be his mother. And when I contacted that person, it was absolutely Jessica.
Damn.
I don't think that anybody had any real, so, that's not something that anybody did to her. That's something that she did to herself.
Yes, because she came in this community, Arabia, on a tragedy that didn't happen to her. Being a victim. That's what she always threw up to everybody. My son, it wasn't your son, bitch.
There was a total of 22 months. There was a total of 22 months only that they actually knew this child. And the last 8 or 9 months of that child's life, they spent basically just texting and talking on the phone. The last 5 months of his life, he wasn't even in South Bend. He was in another state where he died, where his mother identified his body, because he was there with his mother. And a couple months before they left, he was no longer dating her daughter. He was actually dating someone else. Now, I'm not saying that the daughter and him didn't still communicate. They did. As a matter of fact, her daughter was texting him at the time of the accident. They were texting back and forth the accident. Yeah. But they're for about the last 9 months of that child's life, there was no actual physical person-to-person interaction with him from that family.
And BP is right.
If you take that off the 22 months that they actually knew him, you're left with about 13 or 14 months where he dated her daughter on and off, not consistent through that 14 or 15 months.
Right.
And I'm not saying that she didn't build some type of bond or didn't genuinely care for him as a child that she knew.
But she wasn't his mother.
That's a different type of
point,
thing.
BP. You're exactly right.
Right.
That's what I want to point out. You probably don't know who Ron is, but he, without going into the details because he prefers not to, the person that we're talking about and her girlfriend both said that he was capitalizing, exploiting, and making money off the death of his child. And they were
But you know what? If you want to make money, if you want to make money off the death of your own child, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but at least that's your child. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like to claim a tragedy that does not belong to you.
Exactly.
That is something that is wrong up here. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She's not right here. She's not.
She's crazy damn bed bug.
And
she went hard for her, she went hard for her saying all those things about her the other day, assuming that I'm the one that reached out or the conversation went some kind of way. She was doing damage control, throwing out fireballs that she did not need to throw out.
I reached out to Jessica when I seen the comment that she made.
Right. Well,
what
she
did
looks
Jessica
ridiculous
feel about
now.
it?
I can answer. I mean, She's very
What I can
upset
tell
that
you-
she's portraying herself as a mother of him at all.
That's another thing. Can I just say this? Can I just say this? The same time she was on there calling Jessica all kind of junkies and shit.
Yeah.
Guess whose kids were texting Jessica at that very same week needing fucking help?
Mhm.
You know, there
Exactly.
is such another side to this situation. I mean, there's YouTube and then there's real life. And you
She
know,
doesn't get that anymore.
you know, the whole day that she was calling Jessica junkie this and junkie that, you know this, you know that. Her daughter, who was in need at that time, was actually back and forth communicating with Jessica.
Wow.
So, and that's a fact. That's a fact. So,
do you
Oh my
think
God.
do you think that person told her daughter to do that?
no,
Okay.
because from what I understand, she was on one of those kicks where she wasn't communicating with her mother at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And this just a few days ago. The message she left on
This is
YouTube is only a week old. I reached out when I seen the message of someone saying, well, no, I am this kid's mother, because I know his mom. And I got in contact with her through the message that she stumbled upon all by her fucking self. That's the truth of that. That's the truth of that.
It appears that she's putting clips of our stream, me and Sean's stream today on Twitter, because that's the only fucking place she can put anything.
Damn.
That's the only place she can do her shit. Anyways, my bad.
Read Shannon's comment.
Let me put it up there. What is it?
Yeah. Because she did do that to her as well.
Hold on, let me go up. Let me find it. Okay, I see the loss. Oh, there it is. Right.
Yeah, she did do that.
There you go. There you go.
Disgusting pig.
It's like,
I mean, you know, my kids have lost friends that they actually grew up with. I knew some of these kids. Some of these kids slept on my couch. There was a situation here a couple years ago where the police shot and killed one of my daughter's ex-boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
My kids actually did grow up with that dude. And even though of course I felt some type of way about it. But as a mother, I just can't see how, if it was one of my own children, that I wouldn't feel more if it were one of my own children. And I'm not saying that to minimize the fact that you can love other people's children. I'm just saying, when it comes to loss like that, there is a difference in losing a child that you know or that you have watched grown up and losing one of your own. And 15 months, I just personally don't understand how in 15 months you can feel a loss like that over the death of somebody else's child, just because they were at some point in, I mean, not saying that you wouldn't feel some type of loss.
Right.
You know,
but not that crazy kind of way, trying to take it as yours.
But this is the overwhelming point that she didn't bank on, because his mother happened to watch it and see that video and comment. He was never lacking in a mother. He never needed a second mother. He didn't need someone to help him and take him in. He had a mother.
Jessica being medicated after the loss of him, that whole thing where she took pills for about a year and a half, that happened after his death, not before his death. There was no drug use before his death. There was no, like I told you guys the other night, there was no friendship between these two mothers until after this little boy passed away.
Right. Yeah,
there's
exactly.
nothing about that woman prior to her losing her son that the other mother even knows about her life before then, because she wasn't a part of her life before then. This is, you know,
no, I got
this
you.
Let me 13 and 14-year-old kids that dated on and off for about a year.
Savage, you'll love this. And I'm not meaning to change the subject just for a second. Did you know that Pam on that raggedy porch is starting a cooking show, she said today?
Oh, good God. What the hell she's going to cook?
That's what I said. So in the chat, put what you would like to see her cook.
Oh, God.
So we can help her out because she can't talk shit about people and get viewers anymore, so she's going to cook. Well, you got to give her credit for that. Anyway,
that porch is burnt. They ain't nothing but dust and ashes. Ashes over that bitch.
Ray, but you know who Pam, have you heard of her talk about Pam or the porch or Shoot the Shit? Have you heard her talk about them?
No, but I heard they've had a few things to say about me.
Well, they like
yeah, because you're the enemy now.
Yeah, they used to like
and I don't even know them people. And this is another thing I want to say. People like that who are basing their opinions on me over that dog. Let's go over that situation again, okay?
Yeah.
The dog was never stolen. There was never any theft of this dog. Okay.
Where are all
the money that people donated, all the things that they did over, bring Asher home, this or that and the other. Let me explain something.
Girl, I thought we were going to have a hashtag. Bring Asher home. Shut the fuck up.
The dog was never fucking stolen. And I believe that I have shown you all before where, yes, I was told that someone, what is that? Wait, so her fifth child, she really didn't claim. Pretty much.
Yeah, because she didn't want anybody to know about that oldest one. She didn't ever want nobody to know about that oldest one.
She was saying,
you know what? I don't know who actually dug Helene up, but that was epic. Because
we did.
Did you? Well,
we showed her a screenshot of her vlog thing, and Sam went absolutely insane.
She went bonkers, dude. I didn't dox that girl. I didn't put her name out there. All I put was a picture, and it set her to the fucking moon.
Because you know what? She would not stop. She wouldn't stop, and that's what brought Savage and I together. Is like,
well, here's the thing. That's why you should not go around fucking with people when you know there's some shit in your own closet that might just come falling out.
Right.
Well, I think that was I think that was our retaliation for her emailing your daughter, wasn't it, Mandy?
At the time, it was her messing with your family.
Oh yeah, she was looking up my son's record and all that bullshit, and making it. I was like, okay, you want to look up my son? Okay, I'm gonna look up somebody on your side. Okay.
Savage reached out and said, "Hey, what's going on?" And I said, "Oh, hey." And she goes, and then she said she's doing this, this, and this. And I said, let's look up that she's got an oldest daughter that don't have nothing to do with her, but I knew her name. We didn't dox her address. We didn't dox all that.
Didn't dox shit on that girl. I even said that girl down. I ain't got nothing against that girl. She is a very pretty girl. I'm sorry you got a devil for a mama, honey. I'm glad you were away from her.
Yep.
And that child has healed from a lot of things, and she's at peace with who she is, what happened to her, and she don't hold any grudges or hate towards her parents, but she don't really fuck with them. She don't. I can recall a time a couple years ago where, after not seeing her for 4 or 5 years, her mother was trying to set something up to go and visit her. Even to the point of telling the child, look, we'll stay in a hotel if you don't want us at your house. And the girl finally came out and told her, it's not going to happen. I don't want you here. So, I mean, life is funny. I mean, in another 2 or 3 years, they might have a relationship. She might be able to call her or text her and tell her happy birthday and shoot the shit with her for about 5 or 10 minutes. But it's been years and years and years and years upon years.
Arabia, were you with her? Were you with her when Savage and I streamed with the oldest daughter? Because you said who did it was epic. Were you with her? Did you see her reaction?
No.
Okay.
You saw a replay or something?
I would love to know.
I just remember one time she said something about it.
Okay.
Man, it's like what you said. What do you expect when you start in with somebody's grandchildren, and then you go to like their husband and then their own children? What the fuck do you expect somebody else to do to you, bitch? I'm coming for yours then.
Right. Right. And
That's
and
why
I'm a
I try to
firm
keep
believer in
everything.
what's fair is
I
fair.
try to keep everything on a you and I level. Me and you gonna go at each other. Well, we
Yep.
gotta bring family in this shit. Me in real life, nothing. If you can't go toe to toe on a YouTube platform where we can't even touch each other, you don't need to be up here. If you got to go to
No.
that level, you see what I'm saying?
The thing about it is you
If you
should, I
fuck
mean,
with
this
me,
is
I'm
a
gonna
drama
get you.
community. You should be able to come here, do your drama, and log off the fucking internet, not worry
Yep.
about the effects in your real life of it.
And most people do. Most people do, but people like her don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I
Well,
tried that shit in the very beginning when I came over here, because I came from like the depths of hell on YouTube. All I knew was to dox your ass to scare the shit out of you. That's all I knew, but I don't do that no more.
That's how they do it over there.
But I will find a way around shit when I need to, so you can't
Savage-
say I'm doing shit.
Savage, didn't you have a fallout with her right when you came to this community?
Yeah,
Before y'all made sense?
yeah, because I came in to get Hoghead. She was the head honcho over here. I knew that.
Right.
That's who I came for.
And then you
But I
had
didn't come for her like I usually do.
Yeah.
I wanted her to become my friend, and I was going to get real close. And then Sam tried to throw a wrench in that bullshit. And then
who's
I was
Hoghead? Wait a minute,
okay
who's
with Hoghead and all them until she fucked
Hoghead?
up and done that shit to Uber, and I called her ass out of it. That's MFW.
TFW.
Katie, MFW.
Katie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You probably heard her name said quite a few times.
Oh yeah, Catherine.
That's Miss Wonderful,
Catherine.
right? Is that Miss
Yeah.
Wonderful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All I know about her is she used to be really big, had a bunch of weight loss surgery,
Well,
moved
she
in
getting
with a
bigger.
guy in some apartment, and then wanted to leave him. And you know,
Yeah.
her and Sam were. I know at one point she was sending Sam some money.
What?
Really?
If that's the same
Excuse
person I'm
me?
thinking of. Is that the girl that used to be real big and then
Yes.
had the way? That's what I was told.
Wow.
Sent her money for what?
That I don't know.
Oh, this might be a case that's just busted open.
What a
You get
dirty
it?
hoe.
Do you see what I'm seeing?
She takes money. She takes money for doing dirty work all the time. She did from Cam, now she did from Miss Wonderful.
She was a bad alcoholic and moved into some apartment with a boyfriend. Is that her?
Mm-hmm.
She moved in a house, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that with a boyfriend.
She squatted in another different house.
Right.
I want
right.
to know what
Now she's
I
like,
want to know.
no.
I want to know when she got money from that bitch. Because if it was last year, oh shit.
Well, that I don't know. That I don't know.
Wow.
But what I
Do
do
y'all
know,
see what I'm getting? Y'all see what I'm putting down? Y'all picking it up? Mandy, I know you are.
Yes.
I can say the letter C.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So she got a big payout probably for doing that shit.
And it makes more sense now. Just the pieces keep going together.
Oh yeah. She got paid from one, and now it seems like
I mean, if
that must have been the two other people,
if I literally wanted to get back at all these people that have an opinion about me. When I tell y'all have no idea what the fuck I know about people. Just shit that, she has told me. Now, if it's true or not, I don't know. But if I really, really, really was bothered by the opinions that people have about me, there's so much shit that I could stir. But I really don't care. I really don't care because I understand that most people's opinions are based off of the fact that they believe somebody who is saying certain things. But I know those things are not true. But if you just like that dog, let's go back and talk about that dog for a minute. I never stole that fucking dog. I never stole that fucking dog. And as a matter of fact, I came across one of the videos not too long ago where, well, I'm not going to speak on that. But I never stole that fucking dog.
No.
I said that I would keep that dog because she was trying to give that dog away. She was not communicating with her kids at the time. Her daughter asked me to keep the dog. I said, okay, I kept the fucking dog. The mom moved out. And for 2 fucking months after the mom moved out, there was always a problem. Every single time it was time to come and get this dog.
Ooh,
There was
BP's
never
got a
any
good
theft.
good
You
comment,
cannot
Mandy.
steal something from somebody that they leave in your house. So whoever believed that I was ever
That's
going to
what-
go to jail for that, I was
Yep.
ever going to get I'm going to keep my mouth
That
shut
would be
about
a
what I
kick.
know about CPS.
Yeah,
See?
because that's when I get real mad.
Because
Uh-huh.
I know that
Oh my gosh.
Sam I know her story of it. She's not the one that called, but I know who did.
On who?
Oh wow.
On Yaba.
Ooh.
Tell us
Sam
in the
didn't
private
make the
chat.
call. Sam did not make the call, but she was behind the call being made. Now, if you guys remember, how many times have I said Sam has not called CPS? Even to this day, I'm sitting here saying Sam herself doesn't make the calls. I've never lied about that. I've never lied about it. I said that when she was at my house. I said that when we fell out, and I'm saying it now. Sam herself has never called CPS on anybody, but
That
Sam
you
has
know
been
of.
behind quite a few calls.
That you know of.
Yeah.
Right, that I know of. I know of.
You
Right.
don't understand what she has done over here, dude.
It's bad.
By seeing
It's
what she
bad.
would do to you, you don't think she wouldn't have called CPS on my ass.
Well, that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Okay.
Exactly.
After you've seen her actions since y'all had fell out, what do you, I mean, don't you see it would possibly be yes?
Well,
I mean,
say
I'm just
also
saying.
you got to remember they have an inside.
honestly, I'm gonna say that I even struggle to even actually envision her actually picking the phone up herself and calling. She may have. I'm not saying she didn't. I'm saying that I have never known her to personally do it. I have known her to manipulate situations and certain people and cause some issues to make other people do her dirty work.
Well, you know what sealed her fate is that she
Now,
sent a picture. She's listen. She sent a picture to the CPS worker through an email of me hitting a one hitter. No one had that fucking picture except her. And she was also the one that kept spreading that picture on fucking Twitter for no telling how many months. She was the only one posting that picture. She's the only one who brought attention to that picture. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You got busted because that picture is what made me know and believe 100%. You called CPS on me, bitch, because they had it. They showed it to me and they showed it to the baby's mama.
Yep.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know for a fact she did or didn't. But I do know that there have been situations where Sam will manipulate people into believing certain things about other shit, and she'll tie it all together and make somebody else mad enough to call CPS.
Wow.
I have witnessed her do that with my own eyes,
Okay,
but I've never witnessed her actually pick up the phone and call herself.
Because inquiring minds
and that's why I've always said, you know, I couldn't imagine her doing it because I know how manipulative. She don't have to do things like that herself. Is basically what I'm saying. She can manipulate other people to do it for her.
Right.
So that she's not linked to her dirty deeds.
Right.
But I know for a fact that she is the one that had the person call on Yaba because she told me that. Let me see. I don't want to lie. Before I even knew who Yaba was.
Yeah. Well,
this has been when she was harassing her.
She did a lot of dirty, low down shit to Yaba. It's amazing.
Damn, girl, Yaba, you better lean in, bitch. You better lean real far in.
No, they deserve each other.
Oh, Lord.
You licking. I told your ass she called on your dumb ass.
Because let me tell you something. Anybody who is dumb enough to not be able to connect the dots here and realize that they have been lied to, even if it's been talked about, smoothed over, or whatever, there is no way that woman can honestly say that she truly believes that she has not been lied to. You got to be a special kind of stupid. You got to be a special kind of stupid if you believe that all of a sudden somebody goes on a live panel and trashes your girlfriend, and then all of a sudden, your girlfriend and her had something going the whole time that
Arabia
was there to date you, rearranging her whole life for you.
Arabia, you said that
You're stupid to like the 10th degree. If you believe that.
You said,
and if you don't believe it because you know the truth about it never happening, then you're a piece of shit for supporting somebody who you know is lying about being a fucking victim of domestic violence.
Exactly.
That shit's not funny.
That's like slapping victims that either really suffer from that in the face.
It's not funny at all.
No, it's not. But she's making a mockery out of it.
Right. Right.
Yep.
And it makes me question all the abuse that she told me she actually went through with her husband.
Shannon, I'll find out, honey. Don't you worry.
Anybody who's been through the type of abuse that this woman claims that she went through with her husband, that's not somebody that I would see somebody thinking that this shit is funny and running to the courts and using that shit. You know what I mean? But either way, there's no way from getting around the fact that the girlfriend's been lied to. There's no way around it. Right. There's no way around it. Right. And let's just cover all bases with that. Let's just say that she told the girlfriend it happened a long time ago between her and I. How does that make you a victim of domestic violence now? How does that make you a victim of domestic violence now?
Exactly.
Right.
The truth is we have never. What?
So you know who called.
The people want to know. The people have been waiting for this answer for years.
Katie called.
Katie.
That's
Katie used to do Sam's dirty work for her.
Oh my God.
But she paid. But you also know she paid Sam for stuff because we know the porch pays stuff for stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know. Yes, I do know people will pay her for information. That I do know. But supposedly, I mean, this is a story I've always been told. I don't know none of these fucking people. But what I was told is that Katie was the one that called on Savage, and she explained to me the situation. Well, she's told me a lot of situations between, different things, different people. But Katie called on Yaba.
Right.
Katie's the one that called on Yaba.
Damn. And do you know about the amount of money that hoghead over there made the day the CPS call was made, and it was in Yaba's house? Yaba's sitting there like a dumb bitch once again with the damn demon beside her. She made bank that day. Bank.
That money.
She the one that did it.
Samantha. Huh?
Why would Yaba? I thought they were friends at the time.
Well, but what I'm telling you is Katie and Samantha were also friends at one time.
Mm.
Katie used to send Samantha money.
Yeah, but you're saying that Sam and Katie knew about it, but Katie called on Yaba.
Yes, okay. That's what I was told, and I was told that before Samantha and Yaba ever even got together.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Damn. And she blamed it all on Ron and Dot's him and Dot's his kids' school and all of that. She put on a freaking Academy Award performance that day, honey.
Well, we all know how that person lies. So just because I'm repeating what she said,
right?
What I've learned is she might not have even been telling me the truth, and I didn't even know none of y'all. And that's the only reason I tend to believe it, because I did not know anybody, and she had no reason to lie about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that's what I was told. That's what I was told.
This is, oh my God.
I was crunching on ice, so I put it on mute. That is interesting.
And something about the picture that Sam got, somebody else took that picture and sent it to Sam, and that's how she got it. And that was supposed to be Katie too.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. Who knew? So
yeah, right.
I know everybody's saying the police are going to show up at the window of your car any minute.
That's what I'm looking for. I do see them out here riding around.
Uh-oh.
How would she find you?
I mean, I'm sitting in my car in front of my house.
Okay. I got you.
I told y'all, the next time the police knock on my door, I'm sending them right over there.
Uh-huh.
Somebody else's address. Every time they come for me, as long as I know that criminal summons is still unserved, I'm sending them right back over there to them.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
You want to send the police to my house at, all hours of the night? Well, be prepared to get woke up out of your bed too. Because until that criminal summons is served or claimed, every time they make a visit to my house, they will be making a visit over there.
Oh, is that why she ran to South Bend? Hiding? She's hiding?
No, she ran to
ducking and diving.
She ran to South Bend to get rid of that dog she didn't want, so she gave that to her daughters. Then she said, "Oh, wait a minute, bring the grandkids. I'm going to take pictures with them."
Well, I don't know why she went because I don't talk to her. I don't follow her. I don't do any of that. But what I do know is the next time my child has to be fucking disturbed on some bullshit that somebody else wants to get up in public and fucking support and defend, your kids are going to get woke up out of their bed too, bitch.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing right now.
That's a fucking promise.
There is a 6-year-old boy involved in this. He doesn't need the door beat on by the cops all hours because
that's why from now on I'm going to live stream outside so they don't have to beat and bang on my door.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything wrong. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, something. And if there's any swords throwing, swinging motherfuckers in this chat watching, I'm especially talking to you bitches. My child is 6 years old. Jail is for people that are committing crimes, harming people, and doing things they have no business fucking doing. Me sitting on this live stream telling nothing but facts about what I was involved with, and regarding this bitch, that's not a fucking crime. It ain't no goddamn violation of no emergency protective order. And she's not scared of me. She's doing this because she really thought that these orders were going to make me just shut up. All this shit could get swept under the rug like she wanted it to be. She lied about being a victim of domestic violence. That is getting ready to, that she's getting ready to have some problems over that because that was appeal. I have an attorney that will be going to court with me again, so this doesn't happen on the second domestic violence order that she went and filed on me. And I'm not doing any goddamn thing that requires the police to come and put handcuffs on me and take me the fuck to jail. That's just that's the facts. Okay. So when my child has to be exposed to the police banging on the door all night long because I said something somebody don't fucking like, I'm going to start sending the police back over there to where all this shit came from. I'm tired of it. I'm at the point where I'm going to start fucking fighting back. And anybody who don't fucking like it, anybody who feels some type of way about it, fuck you.
Yep.
Fuck.
You're exactly.
Yeah, and I mean that from the bottom of my goddamn soul. Fuck her and every bitch like her.
Right.
She's not scared of me. She's in no physical threat of any harm coming to her.
Right. And that's the
nobody's
bottom line.
Going to her house. Nobody's stalking her. Nobody's fucking bothering her at all.
Right.
If she's bothered by what the fuck I get on live and say, she don't have to watch. She don't have to watch. That's
strange to me that she's so desperate.
This court order is not going to be used as leverage for somebody to think they can have Arabia just called off the jail every time Arabia says something that they don't like. That shit is stopping immediately. So the best thing that her girlfriend can do is encourage her to go down and pick up her criminal summons or open her own goddamn door when the police knock on it. Because every time they come to my fucking house, every time they come to my fucking house, I'm sending them right back over there.
Yep.
And I mean that. I fucking mean that.
Yep.
And if anybody's got a problem with it, there ain't no restraining order between me and them.
Yep.
If anybody's got a fucking problem, I'm not hard to find.
I want to explain this before we start wrapping up. I am designing to turn over to Arabia a channel for Arabia where she will sing and she will talk and she will do her thing. And so
no, that channel's going to be used just for singing. I'm going to do live panels with everybody else. And if there's the motherfucking anybody in the Boys and Girls Club that wants me to come on their panel because they got a problem with me, I'm willing to do it too.
Yeah.
If you're going to keep saying my name about shit that you know nothing the fuck about, you know, invite me when you're talking about me, because what I'm not going to do is chase you around the goddamn internet.
Exactly. So that's what we're getting going for. I'm designing it right now, and she will have a
hold on,
yeah.
y'all. I gotta
okay.
Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something. I know goddamn good and well that I have.
I'll be right back, Minnie. I gotta pee.
I was getting ready to show y'all.
No problem.
I was getting ready to show y'all this criminal summons and how long it's been being avoided.
Yeah.
But I can't find the motherfucker. So hold on, y'all.
Do y'all hear that? A criminal summons, right? That nobody can be served because she won't open the door. Because the badge bunny is scared of the police and legal proceedings. She's scared of both of them. Hey, Becca MS Fighter, how are you? Funny, Becca MS Fighter is the one that when I changed my name to Mrs. ATX and was trolling somebody, she's the one that was like, I know who that is, and she busted me. I'll always remember that, Becca. It's funny.
I thought but yeah, so if anybody's got a fucking problem with me and they're so bothered or they got a problem enough to get online and, you know, call me all kinds of racist names or whatever, come see me. Come see me. You got my number. Everybody else has got my number. You should have it. You know, you know how to contact me.
Well,
you got a problem?
Hey, Dragonfly.
Let's deal with it.
Right. Today when we sign off, though, I know it was a long time ago. No, you're good, Becca. I just always remember that's how I got busted out was by Becca MS Fighter. And then the name stuck. It wouldn't let me change it again. So I was like, oh, hell, this is my name. Arabia, before we go, pick something that doesn't have to be pick something you know how to sing and sing a few bars of it.
What do y'all want to hear?
Everybody's asking.
You got to play it on your screen because I have to get the tune of it to sing it without music. You have to play it on your screen.
Let me get it. Let me look up.
Put my transcripts up real fast too while you're doing that.
Okay.
Let's do that. Put my transcripts up so everybody can see who's telling the truth here, who's not telling the fucking truth here. Exactly. You know, I don't have no reason to lie on my damn self.
No.
I mean, people, you know, that just goes to show the mentality and the quality of the mind of some people that follow her.
Hope it doesn't. Oh no, it cut out. Now it's just me. She's got to come back in. Savage is going potty. That's what she just said. So now, what have we just learned that supposedly CBS, Yaba's CBS call was like, hey, Yaba's CBS call was Katie. That's what we just heard, correct?
Exactly. Where's she go? Please come.
There's a lot of no, she was trying to fix her phone or something and it dropped out. She'll be back. Here's the thing though. Weren't they friends at the time? Am I wrong about that, Savage?
Yeah, they were.
They were friends. So that's why it seems very odd, but who knows? I mean, it must be true. You know what I mean? Like, we'll just see what the other side says and go from there. But that's interesting.
I'm gonna have to see and watch and wait. See what
that's what Savage does best. Savage has taught me to sit back, cool my heels, and wait. And so has Sean.
Yep.
That everything is not
because they always fuck themselves.
Yep, they always do. But she's not even backstage, whatever. So we'll go ahead and shut it down. We were on for an hour and 20 minutes. I hope y'all had fun. I had fun.
That's pretty good. We have learned some shit today, honey. Oh my God, my phone's gonna be blowing up as soon as I end this shit.
They're gonna be like, "Did you hear?" They're gonna be like, "Did you hear? Did you hear?" You're like, "I was there, ho." Anyway,
Yeah.
lock and load.
Lock and load. Pew, pew, pew.
Lock and load,
Lock and load, hookers. Lock and load, hookers.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Pew,
I'll
pew.
see y'all later. Have a great one.
All right. Bye, man.
Bye.